Hey guys, welcome to another edition of On Cinema Markives, where we take a look at clips from Mark Proksch's archives, personal archives.
Godfrey Daniels, ladies and gentlemen, friends and foes, I'm W.C. Fields, and I'm happy to be here at the second annual On Cinema Oscar Special. How exciting it is that all these glamorous stars are coming into your living room tonight. Now, get your popcorn ready, and without ado, it's time to start the second annual On Cinema Oscar Special with Tim Heidecker. And special guests, Greg Turkington, Joe Estevez, Larry Turman, Sally Kellerman, and me, W.C. Fields.
And I want to salute W.C. for being here with us.
Who do you pick, W.C., who do you pick for best movie? Of course, W.C. had experience being nominated for a few Oscars himself.
If I were to nominate one of this year's movies, it would have to be Poppy by me, 1936.
Okay. What other perspective, who do you think would win the award that is a movie that's actually nominated? Or that came out last year?
Me? I would have to say Gravity. I thought it was a fun time for all, and the effects were stupendous.
Or W.C. Fields, ask him too.
I don't think he was ever
nominated or won Best Actor back in the 1930s.
Is that true? Have you ever won an Academy Award?
I have never even been nominated. It was a true tragedy. I would have enjoyed it a lot, though.
Or Lifetime Achievement Award.
Nope, not that either.
Really
W.C., what is your real name, Mark?
Very funny movie with Robin Williams.
Do you do a Robin Williams impression?
I do a Robin Williams.
Let's hear that, and then we'll go to commercial.
As Robin
we'll go back
Williams
to the Oscars.
or as Mark? Oh, hell. Oh, boy. Oh, gosh. Oh,
Very
boy.
good.
Quitting drinking is one of the easiest things to do. I've done it 1,000 times.
Thank you very much, W.C. Mark. W.C. wasn't it star Peter Weber?
Peter Weber.
Was W.C. Fields in that movie?
I was not. It was a great tragedy.
Were you at the ceremony when that won?
I gave Max Sennett a Lifetime Movie Achievement Award. One of the greats.
W.C.'s back with us. I wonder what if you, I can't remember your actual name, but if you want to, do you do a Jim Carrey impression?
That I do. He's one of my favorite young moon cows. My impression would be like this. All righty then. Smoking.
Can you do it as Jim? Can you do it not as with W.C. Fields, but as Jim, just as whatever your name is?
What was it like working with Mae West?
Hold on a minute. Now you don't interrupt me ever again.
Sure. All righty then. Smoking.
Can you do Mae West? Can you do a Mae West impersonation?
Yeah. I mean, come up and see me sometime, boys. Come up to my hotel room.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. I want to talk to my new guest, Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin's on the show tonight. Thank you, Charlie, for being with us. Did you say anything?
He doesn't speak a lot.
Right.
Doesn't speak a lot.
All right.
Yeah.
Mark, if you're going to do Chaplin, say something. Don't just mime around.
Well, I mean, Chaplin didn't talk. I mean, I can do the British thing.
Just say something, because I can't just cut to you and just act like an asshole.
He's talking now.
Okay, well, I didn't know you were cutting right then.
Okay. People want to see people talk.
Modern-
It's not silent movies.
Huh? I don't know if you want to.
I don't know what you want me to do. You know what I mean? Like, come with a bag of tricks. Come with a bag of tricks, but make them tricks we can use.
Okay, sorry, Tim.
Joe, what's it like?
On the air?
Joe,
remember
No, we're not on the air.
Okay.
what's
We're not
it
on the
like
air.
when you're working on a film or something and halfway through
We're
it
not
they
on the
have
air,
to
so
pull
don't
the
even worry
plug
about it.
because
Do you
somebody's
want me
an
doing it right
alcoholic.
now or no?
Stay put. I'll call you. But when I call for Charlie Chaplin, say, I'm Charlie Chaplin. Just explain who you are.
Got it.
You know what I mean? We're not on
The
the air, but you
producer
guys can
just
talk.
said just do silent.
We might as well get our money's worth out of our Charlie Chaplin impersonator. Charlie, what did you think of the Oscars so far?
Cheer it right out, chap. It was a jolly good show, my governor.
You're better at the Jim Carrey shit.
Huh?
You stick with your Jim Carrey. It doesn't make sense if we did two. If you did WC,
Yeah.
and then you do Charlie, it might as well just stick with somebody that everybody knows or cares about.
People care a lot about Charlie Chaplin. He's one of the
don't.
all-time legends of movies, up there with Bogart and W.C. Fields and people like that.
You know, well, it was a dumb choice. I said, Greg, help me out, because I don't know how to fill almost much time. So he says, how about we get this impersonator, a friend of mine, and he brings this loser in.
And you'd rather have your acupuncturist, Dr. Sand.
All right, well, listen.
What do you think W.C. Fields would be? What kind of movies would he make if he was alive today?
It's not like sick. It's not.
I don't know, like just like buddy comedies, probably.
You think that
That type of thing.
not like action movies?
I don't think he'd do action. I mean, like in Poppy and stuff, he was up in a hot air balloon and stuff like that. But no, I think it would all be like buddy comedies and
Or
Will
like
Ferrell
racial, like the black cop and the white cop and like
Probably,
Eddie
yeah.
Murphy and W.C.
stuff.
Fields.
W.C. Fields, Groucho Marx, and Eddie Murphy.
Do you think alcohol is what killed W.C. Fields?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was he died of cirrhosis of the liver.
Do you think you could talk to
We're gonna go when the song's
about
over.
that
We're gonna go
later?
I mean, I don't know if it's my place. I was just hired to come in. I was only hired to do 2 impersonations, W.C. and Charlie Chaplin, but you guys had me do the guy from The Mask. And so, I mean, that's an impersonation too that, that I didn't get paid for. I didn't even know I was going to do it.
How many, what kind of places would you normally get work? Like, there's a restaurant I like to go to a lot in Hollywood where the waiters are dressed up like different stars and things.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I never see W.C. Fields there, but.
I work on the Grapevine, like going up to like Pixley and stuff like that. I mean, I'll work
That's bad.
Like
There's something
birthday-
off about that.
Birthday parties and things.
birthday parties. I work.
I don't know if it's too much onion or not.
Graduation parties, though the kids don't really know who I am when I do those. I also do retirement, which is always fun. But mostly I do like old folks' homes, hospice care. Hospice care, they don't even know who I am. I mean, it's...
Because they might think you were really W.C. Fields if their minds have gone, like if they have
There was
Alzheimer's.
this one lady that did think that I was W.C. Field.
And thank you very much for being here, W.C. Fields.
Don't mind if I do, young lad.
You should be a guest on the. You should be the co-host of the show.
I would love nothing more.
No, not as W.C. Fields, but as Mark.
No, that would be great.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to host the show and he could be the co-host when you're in rehab.
We appreciate you being here. Why don't you get off the stage? All right, we'll be back.
Heidecker.
Abdul, can't sneak up on a CIA agent like that.
Bahanahe, Uday Halaba, Aragoda Hanamana, Amana Hai, Akamadadar.
Salahe, Malash.
No, Manadioto America, Ahamedara, Bahu Achala. No, Decker, Alamadiado. That's the Lapa Hafalao, Ogoda Hamadajola.
Salahe.
Fanahal.
Abdullah, thank you very much for your help securing me this very important secret document.
My pleasure, Decker.
All right, lower the rope.
Bistella, Asconlip, Banamo, Aruhata, and America.
Abdul, can't sneak up on a CIA agent like that. Abdullah, thank you very much for your help securing me this very important secret documents. And therefore, I'm grateful, and the country salutes you. But let me just tell you, this is going to make our country safer, and in turn, we're going to help you provide freedom, safety, and security for your own country. That's what Americans promised you. That's what America's going to deliver, no matter who the president is.
My pleasure.
Abdul!
No, Decker!
Hey,
Adal!
what are you doing?
Nahada! Ba! Atiro Gamadala!
How can it be you? I thought you were on our side.
Pasala Hadio, the America Ikio Para, Hayato, Abala Hame, America Ahayata, Bahade Hod, Ekamana, and Rahada America Bahyasta.
Well, there's one thing you didn't count on.
What?
Is that I never let America down. Die, you piece of shit!
Godfrey Daniels! It's me, your old pal W.C. Fields, here to introduce a new segment called Golden Classics of Comedy. I just want to thank Greg Turkington for having me here to do this. And do I have a Golden Age comedy classic for you today? starring Drew Barrymore and Luke Wilson in Home Fries. These two love bugs get into it just like I used to when I would play Squilligan with my leading ladies. It stars two lovers and a pregnant Drew Barrymore. The only problem is his brother wants to kill her. The only question I have, do you want fries with that? It's a great movie, and I think it's going to be fun for everyone. Maybe too risque for the little ones. This ain't no Mae Westy film. It's one of my favorites. That said, I've never watched a movie I didn't enjoy. All right, I want to throw it back to Greg Turkington, and I can't wait to be here next week and every week in this exciting new chapter of WC's career. Back to you, Greg, my little chickadee.
Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next week.
No, we still got to do Golden Age comedies, my segment that I produce.
No, we don't. That segment's dead. We're not doing that segment because.
No, because we contracted for the whole season.
That contract doesn't mean anything to me. It's something you made with.
Well, it means something to Mark.
I don't. Mark.
It means something to me.
Explain something to him. Mark, I apologize, but things changed here, and we're now kind of going back to the original format. And it doesn't. Unfortunately, that segment's not going to be something we continue on.
I could make them quicker.
I've been getting a lot of emails from people who like the segment from last week.
All right, can we talk about this after the show?
Can I do this one just because I already watched it and you know, I'm in my suit?
For now, Mark, why don't you go ahead and give us your movie there, and we thank you for your time, and really do wish you the best. Okay?
It's a recurring segment.
It's not a recurring segment. That segment is done. Thank you.
Godfrey Daniels! Hello, my chickadees, and welcome back to Golden Age Comedy Classics. Today I have a good one for you today. It's called Soul Food, and it stars Vanessa Williams and Vivica A. Fox in this fun family romp. They get together and for dinner each week, and they dish up the laughs. It's a warm and embracing family comedy. So this is the end of Golden Comedy Classic. I'm W.C. Fields. We just want to take a second to thank Greg Turkington for having me on. I know it's going to be, apparently it's short-lived, but I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys did too.
Thanks.
Thank you, W.C. Fields.
Kick it over to one of the Stooges here in our studio tonight, Mr. Mo from the Three Stooges.
Mo Howard from
Right.
the Three Stooges.
Sorry, I don't know their last names. Why would I know their last names?
Well, they're pretty famous.
It's Mo, Larry, and Curly as the Three Stooges, not Mo Howard. Hit it, Mark.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mo Howard. Welcome, and I'm so happy you're here. Yuck, 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 yuck. I just wanted to say, you probably know me from a couple of our films, Start Cheering, and the other one we called Four for Texas. I had a friend that came up to me the other day, and he was like, hey, there's a lot of violence on TV today in this day and age. And he said, what do you think about that? And I was like, well, in my day, you had the Tom and Jerry and other cartoons that were very violent. It wasn't a big deal. And so people bring up a lot of shows that are very violent, like Dexter and 24. And I mean, it changes as people, as the context of the actual movie. It changes as with each generation. Wrap it up. I hope you stay tuned for some of my good friends, the other two Stooges.
That's pretty good, huh? That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
One guy can do all three. Keep going, Mark, please.
A lot of times we would use big wrenches or oversized scissors, but no one ever really got hurt. I died in 1975.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce Greg. Get over here. Hey, get over here. We're going to introduce one of my favorite stooges, Larry Fine. Thank you very much, Larry Fine, for joining us in the Oscar special. Larry, who do you think should win Best Picture?
I don't know very much about films, but I will say that one of our best films was The Captain That Hated the Sea. Don't come over here, Mo, and stay away from me, Curly. I don't want you guys hitting me. A lot of times, people are wondering, Larry, whatever happened to you? Well, I died in 1975 of a stroke. And before that, we had a resurgence of our films. A lot of college kids found our films to be counterculture. Woo, 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 woo. I want to thank Greg Turkington for having me here tonight. And I want to thank you guys for all your support for my golden age of comedy classics. Another thing you didn't know about Larry is that he moved to Los Angeles in the 70s from New York. There was a PBS show, a Mike Douglas show with Mo Howard in it that you can find on YouTube. A lot of people, a lot of the people think that the stunts hurt, but they never hurt. We always used rubber hammers and foam wrenches. But I died in 1975, had a long marriage, almost 50 years of marriage, and a lot of people don't know that Mo and Curly were brothers. But before 1975, I had a lot of fun, and my last movie was in the 50s. And after that, I became kind of, again, a counterculture representative with the Three Stooges. Mo, don't do that. Mo, don't do that. I would often say. I would also do a lot of, I want
to poke him in the eye like that, like Mo would.
Don't ever.
Thank you, Mark. You've been killing us all night. I appreciate all the work you've done.
Thank you, and thank you for having me in. I know that you didn't like the WC, but I'm happy that you like the Three Stooges so much.
I would watch that all night long, but we got much more show to do, so stick around. We got a big surprise ready for you.
Thank you.
When it comes to, give Mark a round of applause.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah. Look at this. Curly. Do Curly now.
Woo!
I wish I was in this. Maybe I'll do Larry and you do Curly.
Because I was doing Larry.
Well,
I was doing Larry.
let me do Larry. Let me do Larry.
I was doing Larry.
All right, we'll be back with more Mark Proksch.
Hey, Mom, knock it off! Hey, Larry, what are you doing, Larry? Don't put her... Don't come over here. I don't want you guys getting
A lot of times, and he said, what do you people are wondering, Larry, whatever happened to you? Well, I died in 1975 of a stroke, and before that, we had a resurgence of our film.
Hey, Mom, what you doing?
A lot of college kids found our films to be
Hey, Mom, what you doing?
Frankenstein.
Dracula, by order of the United States President of America, you are under arrest.
Oh.
You and your evil henchmen are ordered to drop your weapons and hand over the keys to the Destructicon. If you refuse to do so, I, as the Master of Codes, will deactivate it. The choice, Dracula, is yours.
Mr. Langton, I will not negotiate with you. I will only negotiate with one man. The President of the United States, Mr. Jason Davidson.
He can't do that.
Sorry, Mr. President. It looks like Dracula's holding all the cards this time.
Wolfman, show our guest to his room. I will leave you in the capable hands of one of my associates, among you.
Davidson, this is sabotage. Get out of there.
Help! Help, Decker! If you can hear me, please! Help!
He's tricked. He fell into the rabbit's nest again. It's the worst possible scenario. He's been captured just like a fly in a spider's web.
It's gonna be okay.
This is Acting President Jack Decker. Who is it?
It's Abdul. I'm still alive.
Abdul, my enemy. You're a traitor. What do you want? We're in the middle of a national crisis.
Precisely. The Taliban and Al-Qaeda network has been monitoring Dracula's movements for quite some time. We feel that he poses a threat to our interests and our oil fields.
I don't care about Taliban oil fields. Dracula is going to blow up the whole world, every man, woman, and child on Earth.
That is why I've called you, Decker. The only way we can stop this threat is by working together. The combined forces of the US military and the Taliban's guerrilla fighters are the only way we can take out Dracula once and for all.
That sounds like a deal with the devil. No thanks, Abdul. I will never work with terrorism.
Decker, you must listen. This is our planet's only home. There is an old Arabic proverb, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Decker, I am your only hope. You need me.
Abdul, you've got a deal. The president is under attack, and Dracula... Okay. I'm not going to say that we're collaborating with the Taliban.
We're not collaborating with Taliban. It's just you're facing a worse enemy than you've ever faced before, and you're going to have to fight fire with fire to make this work.
All right, well, I'm sorry. We should have gone over this.
But people team up like all the time, like countries and with their enemies.
Just, I mean, is this do I change my mind then in the next?
It makes it like the best. Makes like the best Decker yet because everybody's teamed up for one common foe. You know what I mean?
Well,
so it's totally unexpected to the
No, it
audience.
doesn't work for me. I just can't. We can't. That breaks all the rules of the universe that I created. In other words, get this fly out of here. The whole idea is that one person in this planet, the only person that doesn't capitulate to terrorism, and to no offense to your character, to everybody else, is Jack Decker. If you start having him deal this Neville Chamberlain bullshit, then you don't have a show anymore.
No, because he's not capitulating to terrorism.
Yes, he is. He just said the line that you have with Abdul. You have a deal. What kind of fucking line is that?
Dracula is the worst terrorist that the world has
Dracula.
ever seen.
Dracula doesn't exist. This is the real world we're talking about here, and I'm not going to have the character that I created start talking about who's going to start working
in the movie world, Dracula does exist. He's a far worse terrorist.
I think what Greg is saying is
I don't care what you think. What Greg is saying.
Also, wait and see. Just read the lines and wait and see. In episode 18, you will be vindicated with some of these ideas.
Well, you're going to have to change this.
Because Abdul
you're going to
obviously
have to change the idea that Decker's making.
In the 2-hour finale, it's not like you and Abdul hold hands and go off into the sunset together.
Okay,
There's
Greg,
twists
let me just
that are going to take place.
I don't care about twists. We're never going down that road. Because what if somebody watches one episode? This is the only episode. What if they watch that one episode and they say that Decker now has made a deal with Taliban? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say the line. So I'm not going to give you the option.
Well, if they only watch one episode of Decker Hawaii, they would think that Leroy Arnold was a good guy, and he's not.
That's a different situation
We can't make
entirely.
shows for people that
Listen,
don't watch movies all the way
Can we all take a
through?
break? Can we get Mark out of here? I don't want to see him right now. We can get everybody just. I would think you. First of all, you're an hour late with lunch. And,
but if you read the script for episode 18,
I'm
you see what happens to Abdul.
I don't care what happens. I'm not saying
it's
this
part of
line.
Decker's master grand plan, you see, to defeat all the terrorists.
Greg, I'm sorry, but
you
I'm not.
cooperate with this terrorist now, you defeat him later, and especially in the finale, where the Taliban is going to fall.
Okay. Either you change this line, okay, and lose the plot point. I mean, hold on! Either you change this line and you don't make Decker make a deal with Abdul and terrorism,
it's not a real
or
deal.
I walk.
It's a deal of convenience. It's a deal of convenience to stop the scourge of Transylvania.
Let me explain this to me. As an actor, as an executive producer, it doesn't work for me. I'm sorry, everybody, that I didn't come as fully prepared.
Yeah, I'm sorry you came with because you have a beard that you weren't supposed to have. It's not in the script. You want to talk about scripts that don't make sense? Okay. Jack Decker is a clean-shaven agent.
All right. Well,
he's not a bearded
who wants
guy.
The mic? Does
Not with that kind
mic?
of a beard, especially, because that's not a beard that an agent that you would never get security clearance looking like that.
Well, I established that with the line.
You'd never be president with a beard like that either.
Okay. Someone take this mic off me.
Just do the scene. I promise you, Abdul and the Taliban and all those guys will get theirs in the end.
Okay. Good luck with the project. If you're not going to listen to my notes,
just because
if you're not going to listen to my notes and take my considerations, the sensitivity,
I've listened to your notes
the sensitivity that I have for this character, and the work that I've done to build this character over 5 years, and you're throwing it in the trash.
I'm not throwing it in the trash.
You step away
You're
from me.
throwing my
Touch me again.
script in the
Your
trash
crew
without
sucks.
really reading.
This is a shitty environment to make entertainment, to make drama. It's a disaster. It's the biggest mistake of my life that I ever asked you to take.
Well, everyone else likes it just fine. We can recast you anyway.
And you, if you're
and
smart,
maybe we'll
you'll
get
walk
somebody
off
who's
this set
clean
with me.
shaven. And
I think everybody should walk off this set, show you the respect that you deserve, because you threw Jack Decker in the fucking trash. And fuck you!
We can get someone else to play Jack Decker. Somebody who looks the part, because that was not Jack Decker. You could play Jack Decker. You can do more than one role. Obviously, you did 3 Stooges in one night. You could certainly handle Abdul and Jack Decker. You need some time with the script. You want to take that in? I mean, we'll probably have to. I don't know if we can keep the stuff we've shot and then shoot and insert scenes.
Nowadays you can do so much. without even the actor being there, or just
Well, you know,
another
every time
person coming in and
I'm
doing
trying
it.
to direct these scenes, and he's just throwing in his bad ideas every step of the way. So, you know, we probably would have been done with the whole thing by now.
If it wasn't for the heroic efforts of acting president Jack Decker, already a national hero, our separate domestic crisis would not have been handled while I was in Transylvania. But that's not all. There are more heroes to thank. Ladies and gentlemen, I would not be standing here today if it were not for the efforts of the ghost of the Three Stooges, Moe, Larry, and Curly, who, after being raised from the dead by Count Dracula, turned against him and drove him into exile.
Oh, Larry! Curly! It's hurting the rain!
Now it is not all good news, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to announce that the Taliban agent Abdul has double-crossed the United States. And he is on the run. But on a more positive note, as a token of this country's gratitude for Agent Jonathan Kington, I have hereby granted his complete access to the Library of Congress movie archives, so he can further his knowledge of classic cinema and keep our country safe.
Thank you, Jason.
Godspeed. Oh, and save some popcorn for me, huh?
It would be a pleasure. I just wanted to say one thing real quick.
Oh, of course.
There were some people along the way who were afraid that Agent John Decker was making a deal with the terrorists, with Abdul, and that was just part of his game. If you followed what actually happened to its logical conclusion, of course, we would never make a deal with the terrorists and with Abdul in particular. And the fact that Abdul is on the run vindicates that position. I just wanted to make that clear. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, Mark?
Hi, how are you doing? Everything going well? I got my buddies Harpo.
Sorry.
I've got my buddies
All right, thank
Harpo
you.
and Gummo and Zeppo.
Excuse me. Hey, Mark?
And
you're supposed to start with the Chico. All right? On the card, it says Chico. I don't know whose fault that is. Somebody fucked up. You're supposed to be in Chico wardrobe, so
but
let's reset.
I have the Mark Grouchy right now, so why don't I just do him? You want to buy a horse? I get you a horse. You want a van? I get you a van. You want a car? I get you a car. My name is Chico Marks, and I got my name because I like to chase the chicks. I was the oldest of the Marx brothers, and I was the oldest of the Marx brothers, and I was also then the first to die. I died in 1961 from arterial sclerosis, but I was always a gambling. I like to gamble, and a lot of times my brothers helped me out quite a bit financially, speaking, and I had a good life. I was very close to my daughter, and she wrote a book called the Daughter of Chica, and she loved me a lot. And I went on. I went to Europe and I toured with my brother, Goofball, Harpo, and he stopped touring with me because he had a heart attacks.
Heard from Mark. Chico Marx Brothers. Groucho Marx. All right, Mark. Groucho, well known for saying
Hi, everybody.
things.
I'm Groucho Marx. Welcome. I just want to say a handful of things. Thank you to Tim Heidecker for letting me be on the show tonight. One of the things that you should probably know is
Sounds
that
like W.C. Fields.
is that my buddy and my brothers and I, we started way back when in vaudeville. And my mom, Minnie, put us on, and we were a singing group at first. But then we stopped. And then we stopped and we went on and we became great. I lost all my money in the Great Depression, lost $800,000. That was a big amount back then. It's a big amount still today, really, when you think about it. I lived longest of all my brothers. I ended up dying in 1977. And I was dating a woman named Erin Fleming at the time. She had a little bit of mental issues towards the end. Ended up a bag lady in California. Elliot Gould would come over to my house because he was friends with Erin Fleming at the time. And Sally Kellerman.
Doing W.C. Fields, Snap, come on. I asked you to get ready for this and prepare for it. Do Grouchy. Do Groucho. Do his jokes, his one-liners, or walk away.
One of the ways I got my name Groucho is because I would carry a grouch bag around my neck that carried all my money. I'm Harpo Marx. A lot of people. I was the
Where's
silent.
the horn?
I was the silent Marx brother. My good friend Mark Proksch calls me Goofball Marx.
Can we get him a horn?
Don't talk during his
But I
ruined my
lived
James
a
Bond
long
set.
time.
No, I'm just asking why
I was
he's not.
one of the,
Where's the horn, guys?
friends of Alexander Wolcott at the Algonquin Round Table.
Here he goes again, slipping into Fields.
I was always kind of a goofball.
She ruined the Bond
on the shows, on the movies. And I ended up.
Mark, pause. They're running the horn in. I'm not. I'm trying to help the guy. I'm trying to help. Just throw him the horn. You don't need to clean it.
You don't have to talk over it.
There you go. Now we're talking.
I ended up moving out to Palm Springs with my wife, and we adopted a lot of kids. My wife wasn't able to have children. And like so many parents that aren't, they adopt. And I lived out there for quite some time and had a lot of fun. Again, I loved playing croquet with my friends, the Algonquin Round Table folks, Alexander Wolcott. Groucho, what are you doing? But I didn't talk, and a lot of people have seen me on the movies, and a lot of people think they've seen me talk, but I never did talk. I always played my horn, and I did a thing called a gookie. That's a gookie.
What's your, All right, thanks, Mark, thank you. Thank you.
I died earlier than Groucho did. Probably Forest Lawn.
All right, Mark, thank you. That's enough of that. Oh, there's the mark for the Marx Brothers. This is Mark Proksch as Indiana Jones. Mark Proksch is Indiana Jones.
I wonder what the
This will be
background
cool.
of it they'll use.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe
That
they'll pull
big
up some-
boulder that was rolling.
Go ahead, Mark. Snakes. Hold on, I'll direct this. Snakes.
You should get that big boulder, the big rock.
No, I said he goes snakes. I hate snakes.
I hate the
No, but
snakes.
there's like a scene with a big boulder that rolls.
All right.
That's what you need.
All right. I thought Mark, you'd be a little more on the.
See, this is
working out.
He had a
This is-
whip. Timmy had a whip.
This is what
Tim.
we wanted. Is when stuff like this.
Greg, Timmy had a whip. I should have a whip.
Well, he had a gun too.
Balahamana, America. My name is Abdul, and you are now under the control of our terrorist organization. Doing this because we think that what you're doing is always wrong.
I would like to introduce to you your new drill instructor from Saudi Arabia, Abdul Sharif. Abdul.
Thank you for those kind words. There is an old Arabic proverb that goes, Allah hina akhir.
I got a bad feeling about this, Lenoy.
So this is sort of the nerve center of any movie theater, the place where the popcorn popping happens. And this is Mark, who you may have seen on cinema playing W.C. Fields in the great Golden Age comedy segment.
I'm W.C. Fields.
It's nice to have you back here working with us here at the Victorville Film Center.
Thank you for hiring me.
And what's your all-time favorite movie to sit back and have a tub of popcorn and watch, whether here at the Victorville Film Center or at home on your home system?
What's the one with Sandra Bullock and it's like the mailbox?
The Net. The Net. What's your favorite thing about working at the movie theater? Is it the free popcorn, the free movies?
I love working here. I mean, the drive does kill me, especially when you just need me for like a half-hour shift. Or
That was an emergency.
to fill in for Alex, who always calls in. But I wish I could get more hours, and but I also like still being a part of the entertainment industry because I get to work here, and it's good exposure for me.
A lot of productions have moved to Victorville in recent years. To wrap the segment up, can you share with our viewers at home your recipe for the perfect home bucket of popcorn?
Don't know. I'll be honest, I don't eat popcorn at home.
When you're watching a movie, though.
No, I'll have pretzels or... I mean, these machines people don't have at home.
But how do you get the movie taste at home?
I told you, I just follow the instructions.
I saw the last half of it, and I loved it.
Why did you miss the first half of it? 'Cause I got you that ticket.
You did, but when I got here, Aaron didn't show up for his shift, so I had to cover the the last half of his shift, which means I missed the first half of the movie. I could step in each week.
Do what? All right, well, thanks, Mark. Maybe next time we do some W.C. Fields. It's just not really the time or the place for that this time, so I'm sorry. We couldn't get to Golden Age comedies. It's funny, all this time I've been asking Tim, let's put the Golden Age comedies back. Mark's been very loyal to the show, and that's his segment, and Tim said no, and then here is my chance where I could put anything I want in the show, and I just don't feel like Golden Age comedies would be appropriate, so.
It's a paradox.
See you guys next week. Well, you gotta get the popcorn fired up, I'm sorry.
I don't have any interest in hearing what he has to say.
Good, okay.
Sorry. Sure.
What's the meaning of this?
You are a very bad man with a cold heart.
So tonight you will be visited by 3 ghosts who will teach you who you really are.
Humbug. I was kidnapped by Abdul from Taliban, who reprogrammed me to do his evil deeds. So that's how that happened.
Master, we have sufficient amounts of your secret formula for the attack.
Yeah!
Pagat, amala, itala batala.
Charlie Chaplin. Finally, that dumb piece of shit clown has been silenced for good.
Yeah, whatever. I was supposed to have a scene with Charlie Chaplin where we were discussing.
Master, it's not working. They're killing our entire army of the undead.
I've got another trick up my sleeve.
Great.
Torture's gonna do any good and get any information out of me. You're wrong, asshole. I can withstand torture 10 times this amount of torture. I will never talk.
Oh, but Mr. Decker, we don't want you to say anything. We have far more simpler ways of retrieving the information we desire. Say hello to your
accent.
Say hello to your new best friend, Dr. Aswa.
Good evening, Mr. Decker. I have developed an ancient technique known as Mish al-Ras, also known as a Mindwipe.
No!
Soon we'll have all your secrets, and you will have nothing left in your brain. All his thoughts, dreams, hopes, and dreams and desires and memories belongs to us now.
President Decker, welcome aboard the neutral zone here on Space Station 9. I assume you'll find your accommodations to your liking. My name is WCPO. I am a robot designed to communicate with the Zerillian.
This droid reminds me of the late, great W.C. Fields. His inventor must have been a
No,
movie
we're not
buff.
talking about that.
I will help to translate between you and the Zerillian ambassador.
Thank you, Dr. CPO.
May I present President Decker? You shot the ambassador. This is anything but cordial.
Decker, this station is under attack. We don't stand a chance.
The probability of survival is less than 0. I'm launching a retrieval pod to rescue Agent Kinkton, my little chickadee.
Thanks, WC.
Ow! No! Godfrey! Never give a sucker an even break!
Stick to the script, please.
What happened? Is President Decker still alive?
See for yourself, WCPO.
Gadzooks! I knew everything would turn out for the best. You all know me. You know how I make a living. This is a bad fish. He can eat you up and swallow you whole. A little tenderizing, a little shaking, and down you go. I'll be honest, this isn't like going down to the pond and catching bluegills and tommycods. This is gonna be a lot harder. It ain't gonna be easy. And I don't want any other captains, I don't want any other shipmates. And it's gonna cost you a lot more than 3,000. I value my neck more than that. I'll find them for 3,000, but I'll catch them and kill them for 10. I know you guys all want your businesses back or you'll all be on the dole very soon. You'll be out there on Welfare Street. Well, I don't want to see that happen. 10,000 is a small amount for you to have to go through all that.
You're gonna do the voice at all? You don't do the. You're doing your straight voice. The character of.
He sounded like me, I thought.
He's got an Irish accent or something,
Yeah.
doesn't he? This is Quint from Jaws. You're doing. He talks like this, like a pirate. Why can't you talk like a fucking pirate?
My mom's side's Irish.
No, I don't give a shit. start it from scratch, but put a little energy into your reading it. Sucks.
Y'all know who I am. You all know how I make a living.
That's better, but yes, speed through it. Cut to the end.
Yeah. I don't know how to make a living.
Dig into it. You're just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can hear it. You watch the clip. I saw you watching the clip all morning. I could do a fucking better job than that. Just take it slow.
Y'all know who I am. You all know what I do for a living.
It's a little better.
I'll do it. You think this fish is bad? It's not like going down and catching
looking in the
cod
camera?
and calicati. Huh?
Don't look in the camera. Look off camera. It's not like he's giving a speech in the camera.
It's not going to be easy. It's not like going down to your pond and catching talicods and pods, bluegills and cod. I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I
You're not
forgot.
doing it right.
I forgot how he did it. USS Indianapolis. Two torpedoes took us down. It was after we.
Do the fucking action, buddy. Come on.
USS Indianapolis. 2 torpedoes took us down. It was after we dropped the bomb. Hiroshima bomb.
Standing. What is this? Some kind of.
Annie's going to be named Best Supporting Actress in about 1 minute.
Thank you. Mark.
Hiroshima bomb. 700 men went down. The first shark came up.
What the fuck is your problem? I told you to sit down. Sit down. Sit down. The character sits. Be smart.
He does this a lot.
Be smart. Do it.
The first shark came about an hour and a half later. It was a tiger shark. You know how you can tell how long a shark is? You measure their dorsal fin and their tail fin, which I honestly have no idea how they could have done that in the film.
What?
If you want to catch a,
This isn't W.C. Fields, dummy. Do the script. Have some respect for Carl Gottlieb. One of the greats. Action.
You got to catch the fish if you want to kill a fish. We were there and they came about an hour and a half later. It was a tiger shark. And they came and they shot.
Now we have a director here, Keith Gordon. Keith, you're a director as well now.
Yeah.
Would you direct him? Because it's not working with us.
I'm doing my best.
Well, you know, I mean, it's hard to do. I mean, it's hard to live up
It's
to
a long
the-
chunk of words.
Robert Shaw was so amazing, you know. I mean, that's a hard thing to, you know, and I think he might be a little intimidated now. I mean, kind of things got a little tense. I mean, but
Well, let's clear the air. If you want to clear the air, we can clear the air. Mark, you're a great actor and you're a great impersonator, and we appreciate you, and you're really a talent, and
Thank you.
you are really one of the best.
Thank you.
So, air cleared. Action.
USS Indianapolis. 2 torpedoes sent by Japanese ships. They hit us. That was right after we dropped the bomb. Hiroshima bomb.
Hiroshima. dummy.
Hiroshima bomb. And 700 men went down. About an hour later, the sharks came.
All right.
Tiger shark. I'm doing all the words.
I know you are, but I mean, you see how this is just flat, right? It's flat.
Well, I'm not doing my classic. You
Frank?
wouldn't let me do my classic comedians. You wouldn't let me do W.C. Fields.
You're talking back to me now?
Well, I'm talking in general because you wouldn't let me do W.C. Fields. You wouldn't let me do Groucho Marx, Three Stooges, The Little Rascals.
Here's the thing. Here's the deal. We've scheduled you for 3 Jaws scenes. Okay?
Plus my finale.
Well, we'll see if we get to that. There's 2 strikes on you right now.
I'm
There's 2 strikes on you. What's baseball? Keith? 3 strikes. Thank you.
I mean, it's hard.
It
I'm
is
doing
hard.
my best.
It is
Did
hard.
you
And
see
that's why
Jaws 3?
pros succeed and amateurs fail.
So you're in the Jaws 2, but then when the 3rd one comes out, you won't even go see it?
Well, I wouldn't, but I just, you know, it wasn't.
Clear.
Did you see Jaws
Okay.
The Revenge?
You understand?
I'm
3
doing my
strikes
best.
and you're out.
So
you
doing
get-
my best.
Well, let
Aren't
me
you
talk to you
curious
about
if your
that.
character
Let me talk
was
to me about what your
mentioned?
best is.
I kind of figured it probably wouldn't be.
Your
My
best
character was
isn't good
not
enough for us.
so I had to feel
Okay, so go outside and learn your lines And get ready for part 3. Part 3.
Okay.
This is where Hooper goes down, and he tries to inject the jaws.
Mark? You get... Mark? You get Mark? Hey, Rummy. Take it. All right. Do we want to... Mark?
Wake up.
Mark! Hey, can somebody get Mark going?
We're live, Mark.
Hey. All right. We get the... Get the, sorry about this, guys. Get the helmet off him, right? Hold on a minute. Sorry, guys. We're dealing with a little... What's that?
Can we get like a wrench or saw or something?
I don't have any... Let's, hang on, everybody. We're just having a little technical difficulty.
Use the spear. Use that
helmet
spear.
No, we just need like a wrench or something.
Okay. Can we get somebody...
Somebody get a wrench.
What's going on, Mark? Hey, is he not getting up? What do we do? What do we want to do here, Eric?
Can we do like a break or something?
Yes. Okay. Sorry. Get the mat. That.
We need something else. Can we get it? Can we do it? Right?
Just like,
I don't know. You want to do?
Unbolt the thing from his
You
neck?
should be able to take the thing off.
See if he's awake.
It's not. We should do. Okay. All right. Well, we have
Like
some technical.
Do one of the
we have
Bobby
some-
Valley segments.
Yes. Bobby Valley is not. See, what's going on? Okay. Bobby Valley, who joined us in the opening. I mean, this is new stuff. This is pretty new, you know. I'm in shock. I think, honestly, I am. And the other thing I wanted to just say, just for the record, because we are live, I wanted to get this out. He did sign. Mark signed a basic release, which essentially is a waiver in terms of if something should happen, that there is a lot of risk involved in this business. And he is an impressionist, is a stunt man in a way, and these are certain sort of acting stunts that he does. So that should be something. I don't want to focus on that because that's sort of negative. But do we have it ready? This is, I don't know what to say. Do you want to say anything? I mean, we put this together.
He's irreplaceable.
He's one of a kind, I'll put it that way. This is a tribute to Mark that we put together.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and foes, I'm W.C. Fields, and I'm happy to be here at the second annual.
I was 17, carved our names in the maple tree. I wish it was in a heart. Oh, 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 oh. You always had the perfect smile. I wanna keep it for a while, 'cause it's a work of art. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, boy, let me know. Yeah, my love ain't no mystery. We could go down in history. I'm all about love, I'm all about dreams when they're about you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I hang on every little word you say. Come on, take all my fear away. I'm all about us, and you're all about me. 'Cause I'm all about
A lot of the people think that the stunts hurt, but they never hurt. We always used rubber hammers and foam wrenches.
Shotgun with windows down. Our favorite song is playing loud. This silly game you play. Oh, oh, oh,
Who said that he was gone? Because that's, all right. But, so who's there now is my thing. You know what I mean? Like, who's there now? Right? Because everyone's telling me, everyone's telling me two different things. So,
What are they?
they say that he's not, he said he's at the hospital and then they have him, all right. All right, well, that's it. Am I all right? Can I say that?
You're saying he's fine?
Can I say that?
You're saying he's fine?
Hold on. Can I say that?
You're saying he's fine.
So all right, well, I have to find out who said that before. You know what I mean? I have
What
to
are they
find out.
saying?
They're saying he's alive.
Who are you talking to?
Hold on. They're saying
Who
he's
is this?
alive. Okay.
Who is on the
Thank
phone?
You.
Who's on the phone?
All right. All right, I will call
Jesus
you in a
Christ,
minute.
Who is on the phone?
That's Andrew. He said that he's, okay, ladies and gentlemen, there is some news coming in, and Mark Proksch, apparently, the paramedics had thought that he was gone, or somebody told the paramedics that he was gone, but they do have him breathing right now. And yeah, so he is, he's, I mean, I don't know. What? I don't know, Joe. I mean, they told me that the first guy told me he was gone. You know? And
I
now
didn't
they're
see
saying
his
that
chest moving when he was...
There was a EKG. They got some brain activity. I don't know. He's in ER. He's in intensive care or something. So
okay.
He's okay.
So he's going to bounce back.
This is the
breathing
problem.
on his own? Do you know?
This is the problem with doing live television. Is we're going basically off the seat of our pants here, and no one's giving me the straight scoop.
But where was Andrew at the hospital, or who was he on the phone
Andrew's
with somebody?
talking to the guy, somebody that's with him at the hospital.
Okay.
Now, we can't get in touch with his family. I don't think he's got relatives in the area.
Well, they wouldn't even be in the area. It doesn't matter.
I know,
We got to
but-
talk to a doctor or somebody at the hospital. Or send one of the interns to the hospital.
Andrew's with a guy from our production here who's at the hospital who says that he is on a breathing machine, or he's in some kind of, he's not the morgue. Okay? And that should be something we're excited about. You know? That's really positive. So
I've got a Oscar tip that Call Me By Your Name for Best Song is about to win, probably in about 30 seconds. So,
all right. All right, well, let's get back to the Oscars. Mark, we're rooting for you, Mark.
He's going to be okay.
He's going to be all right. Mark's back.
That's a relief.
Yeah. I mean, that was scary because I'll tell you, I saw him down there and I didn't see any breathing. You know, usually you see somebody going, the belly going up and
He's
down.
not a very emotive guy to begin with.
It's true. I didn't think about that. He is kind of sort of a quiet type.
Always remember him as it.
Don't say always remember him, Joe. There's not. He's
Yeah,
here.
you're
He's
right.
alive.
You're right.
He's clearly alive. And you know, that's something I wouldn't be able to deal with, frankly. I don't want to make it about me, but if something should happen to him, I don't know what I'd,
Well, with props that you rented, especially.
I did not have, hey, remember this? This is what I like to call a get out of jail free card, because Mark signed it, and I have evidence that he signed it too.
But when you signed it, he probably didn't even read it. I mean, you're just assuming it's nothing.
Well,
because this sort of thing doesn't happen.
It doesn't matter anymore because Mark's out of the woods, and everything's going to be great.
Hold. Who goes there?
We are beings from a far away land. We come in peace. We wish to learn about your culture.
Well, our culture is in the midst of a great era here. The golden era of the silver screen. Movies have brought peace of mind to all who enjoy them. They teach and they entertain.
Ah, but you don't understand. We on Mars have been enjoying Earth's movies for many years now. The flickering light from your drive-in theaters beckoned to us and is the very reason we decided to visit your planet.
Please explain.
We have been watching your movies for decades. We have learned so much about the Earth people, and we have figured out a way to simulate popcorn on Mars. It is called Dollark. It tastes 99% like popcorn, but is made from intergalactic flowers grown on Mars. But tell me, can you take me to meet the Great One, your leader, Humphrey Bogart?
Bogey?
Yes, we have loved his performances for decades. Casablanca, The Maltese Falcon, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, and The African Queen. On Mars, he is considered a hero.
Oh, he is here on Earth, too. Perhaps our cultures is not as different as people think.
It was Bogey's performance in Casablanca that captivated our Martian population so much that many of our newborn Martians over the past few decades have named their offspring Humphrey Bogart. You see, on Mars there are millions of Humphrey Bogarts.
Then Mars is a place I would love
Our
to be.
cultures must learn to coexist in movie theaters open to all residents of the galaxy. You see, this close encounter of a movie kind has been beneficial to all the universe.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful relationship, a friendship.
I agree. And now, let me introduce to you a little friend of mine named E.T.
Hello? Listen, hello?
Beautiful job.
Hello?
This is pretty great. Yeah.
Listen, thank you. Turn that off. Here's the real deal. Turn that off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
That came out pretty good.
Turn the music off. I want to thank everybody. Can you turn the music off? This has been an incredible night. I mean, can somebody turn it off?
Okay, go. Mark Proksch, 5'11". I'm auditioning for the Ghost of Christmas Past.
Are you the spirit, the specter whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the Ghost of Christmas Past.
Long past?
No, your past.
I believe I would rather have your countenance extinguished from my presence.
What? Would you so soon put out the light I give?
What is your concern then for me?
Your welfare. Hello, I'm Mark Proksch, 5'11". I'm with Future Hot Shots Talent Agency, and I'm auditioning for the role of Mr. Blackgreen. Look, Mr. Tallman, we're going to build this shopping district whether you like it or not. There's a lot of money riding on this deal, and I'm not always going to let a nosy guy like you get in the way. It's progress, plain and simple, and progress always wins. Besides, it shouldn't be too hard for you to move your church down the road. Maybe a brand new, bigger building. I hear attendance is up. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a meeting to attend to.
Ladies and gentlemen, as part of the new On Cinema Oscar special, may I introduce to you for the first time ever in cinema history, the living Oscar. This is a living Oscar. It's a statuette come to life, and that's something you don't see every day, and it's something that we're really proud of. So, Rafi, back to you.
All righty. Now, Greg, at this point, I think we should introduce the fine folks that make our show possible.
Ask Oscar, starring Greg Curtin.
Okay. Ask Oscar with starring our living Oscar. Ask Oscar. I have a question for you, Oscar. Are you ready? Oscar, what was the feeling in the air when John Wayne shocked the pundits by winning the Best Actor Award for True Grit?
That would be great.
Oscar, I have another question for you. This is something everyone wants to know. Will Green Book win Best Picture?
Sure.
Oscar, peer into your own golden brain and answer this riddle. Using the official state abbreviation, finish the title of this Oscar-winning movie, 3 Billboards Outside Epping.
Mo.
Hi, it's Mark Proksch, and I'm auditioning for the role of Amos in student film Butterflies Wings Are Light. I'm going to be reading Amos's part. Interior coffee shop. I'll have a cup of coffee, black, and a plate of eggs and toast, light on the butter. Vivian, I've done all the talking I can do. I'm all talked out. When you slept with Randall and the time to talk was over, and now with what I'm hearing from Beverly, you are anything but repentant. It's time we say goodbye. No. Amos, it does need to be this way. I have fought in the desert for months, for years, all the time. Fearing for my life, staring into my enemy's eyes. I realize my enemy is more deceptive than any I encountered on the battlefield of Afghanistan. My real enemy is you, my dear. And then I was thinking at the end, a funny thing might be that I say, my real enemy is you, my dear, and frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. From the wind.
Your lifetime. But if you were a statue, you wouldn't be able to tell your story to anyone until now. So now we are going to witness for the first time ever a trip. It's a segment I'm doing with the living Oscar as he gets to re-witness. It's sort of a trip back through Oscar Best Picture history. Just wait and see. Just see what you think. It actually includes every movie that ever won Best Picture. I think you're going to like it. This is your life.
What are we looking at here?
My only object in being here
This is 3 seconds from every movie ever to win the Best Picture. All 90 of them.
strange to demand a court of inquiry in England.
And Oscar was witness to all of these.
I could make Ziegfeld look like an amateur.
All my friends
Oscar
have
saw it
told
all.
me
Tubes are
that it
getting
was
a little,
insane for a
That's
single
fine.
person.
She's still staring at him. Well, who wouldn't stare?
This is still the black and white era, and then Gone with the Wind blows it all apart. First Oscar winner in full color. Rebecca with Joan Fontaine. Alfred Hitchcock, 1940. Mrs. Miniver with Green Garson.
Is looking at
Casablanca, Humphrey Bogart.
Harry moves.
See that? The tubes are getting
Also, Ray Milland.
You don't accept Jews, say so.
Don't raise your voice to me, Mr. Green.
Suffer the slings and arrows.
Hamlet.
On the way. How he could do nothing for himself
All
without the help of the people.
Kingsman. Later, you had All the President's Men. All About Eve. Eddie Davis. Here's another color. Now we're firmly in the color era. Greatest show on earth.
Did you run this before I got here?
From here to eternity.
Okay. He's see what I'm talking about?
See, dogs like us, we ain't such dogs as we
It's fine.
think we are.
Ernest Borgnine.
Turn off the turntable here. How do you turn this thing off?
Didn't you know? They can
Can't
only
see the
kill
thing.
me with a golden book.
Hey, George.
This court must construe according to
Whoa.
They
Get
call
him up.
me
Get him up.
Mr.
He's
Tips.
up. Something going. What the hell? He's up. Something. He's up. He's come up. Hey, easy. Easy. He's all right. Let him. Don't move.
Get him a chair.
Hey. He's out.
We got some more.
He was out when I came in. All right. Let's go. I pushed him the whole thing. I touched him. My back hit him. Hold on. Get some. We don't want to call 9. Don't call 911. I can't have. We don't want to. Wait. We don't want to move him. I said you don't want to move him. You have to move him. Why can't? He's not. He hasn't walked in a year. All right. Okay. All right. Wait. No. Why don't we, Greg?
Get some water.
What's going on with it?
Water.
Gotta. All right. Something's going on because he was not. He's got that wind knocked out of him. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with fantastic, incredible news. First of all, best actor was Rami Malek, but who cares about that? Because our good friend Mark Proksch is alive and well. I mean, that's here for Mark. You're sort of gaining your senses of where you are, what's going on. There was, tell us a little bit about where you're at. How are you feeling? Are you okay? We have not called because you seem to be okay, which is unbelievable. It's a miracle. Do you want to give him a mic or something? How can we get him? How are you doing, buddy? We're glad to see you up and around.
Your brothers are going to be happy.
Yeah.
We need.
You need a little time, or? Okay. Mark is kind of hurt. You got a little bump on your nose there, but.
We gotta for the Jaws.
Say that again, Mark.
We have to. I have to get out of the wetsuit for Jaws.
No, buddy. We're in a new segment here with you're playing Oscar.
That was last year. He's thinking about last year's show.
So you need a little bit of drink. You want a drink or anything? Andrew, should we just have water. Just water at this point, yeah. What is the last thing you remember, Mark? Because it's been, I don't want to.
Yeah, do you remember anything in the last year that's been going on?
The last segment we did was Jaw, and then I fell, and now we have.
What happened was, folks. What happened was I don't know, I think it was like an animal instinct or something, but I was over there trying to, because you were getting wrapped up in your cables, and I don't know, it was probably something like, that kind of fight or flight that
adrenaline rushed in, and I got over there, and I knew that you needed a kickstart. You needed to something needed to smack, almost like a slap in the face or cold water in the face. And so luckily I snapped into that mode of sort of save the day, Superman kind of shit, where I just took my body. I mean, I'll be frank with you, I didn't plan to do it. I just knew that my body knew that was what I needed to do.
Olivia Colman won for The Favorite.
And so what happened was, buddy, and we could talk more in detail about this, you hit hard. I know, and you might have a concussion, or you might have some like broken bone in your face or something, because you hit the ground hard. But you're back. You went down because of an issue. Greg had. I don't want to get into this, but Greg had rented a scuba suit, and we'll talk after the show.
Last year's scuba suit you rented,
don't
not
keep
me.
saying last year.
On cinema. I do remember way back.
All right, buddy. Get well, or get some food in him. You're probably hungry.
He's been eating. I mean, the last year he's had plenty of food.
Get an energy drink here, Mark.
Yeah,
John's
give
here,
him one
everyone's
of the
here.
Quick Bite energy.
Yeah, man.
5-hour energy drink.
Might perk you up.
All right. Well, take a minute. You got the wind knocked out of you, that's for sure.
And the wind knocked into him, really.
Yeah, really, yeah, but that's true. Wind beneath your wings, Bette Midler. Beaches, Barbara Hershey.
That classic movie
I got a special guest.
People want to bring out. Okay, but we're going to see classic movie time after this special guest, because people have been looking forward to this segment. So.
Okay, this is a person that's very near and dear to the On Cinema family.
Joe Estes.
No, Joe couldn't make it today. I want to welcome back somebody who's gone through a lot, and he's given so much to us, and we're happy to report that he's back on his feet. A friend of the family here. He's done a lot of work for us, a great comedian, and a former employee of ours who's had some very difficult and challenging medical problems recently and more. Let me welcome him to the stage, and we're going to talk all about it, so stay tuned. Mr. Mark Proksch. Let me say the name and then come out. Mark Proksch, correct?
Proksch.
Okay, now you can come out. All right. Good to see you, buddy. How are you?
Doing well. Feeling good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good. Take a seat.
Get here, Mark.
Oh, watch your head.
How did you get here? How did you get here?
Mark, I've asked you to the show today. First of all, there's a lot I want to get to, a lot of questions I want to ask you, some serious, heavy stuff. But I want to start things off light. When I spoke with you on the phone, you said you're eager to get back in front of the camera and that you want to get back into doing your impressions. And you told me you've been working on some new impressions. And everybody's a big fan of the Mark Proksch impression. So let's get into it, and quickly, because there's other things I want to get to. So you said you've been working very hard on a particular person. Who was that person?
The Carson show.
Johnny Carson. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see that now.
Could you do a... Here's Johnny.
What's that?
Here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
Hi, everybody. We have a really great show for you tonight. We have welcome.
All right, let's get to yes, very good.
Let's welcome out the star of the TV show Beretta, Robert Blake.
Yes. Thank you, Mark Proksch. That's the beautiful stuff. So, Mark, I'm happy you're doing impressions again. They're very entertaining. I did want to let you know that I've been studying and following your case, your medical issues. We all know what happened to you. Everybody that watches understands that you had a medical incident and that you were incapacitated for a period of time. Do you know how long?
I mean, I know it was from the tank on my head.
Well, let me ask you this: who got you out of the coma? Who snapped you out of it? From your understanding, and you can be frank with us.
You.
That's right. Next question, and I know this is not easy. Do you have any records of the Medicaid billings checks that were sent to you throughout the time that you were incapacitated? Do you have any way of knowing how long how much money kind of came and went through the process, through the procedures, and through your time under, as they say?
I wasn't working or anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let me assure you, friend, because you are a friend, and I am not district attorney, but in a lot of ways I am acting as one for a lot of people. I'm the CEO of a big company on cinema, and another Dakar and everything else. And I have a lot of power. I have a lot of influence. And the good news is I've been talking with John Stoughton. Now, if you don't know who that is, you gotta look him up, because this guy is the leading expert on Medicaid fraud. And I've told him about your case, and he's eager to look into it. And I really just want to tell you at this point, first of all, I've always had your interest at heart. And at some point soon, I want to start a dialogue between the three of us and get to the truth and get this stuff exposed. Because there's a lot of people that took advantage of you.
No.
And there's been a lot of fraud, actually a lot of abuse. And we're going to find it all. We're going to open those window shades and get the light in. The light kills all germs, as they say. And we're going to get to the bottom of it and get you the money you deserve and some, because there's a lot of people who took advantage of you. So thanks for coming on the show, Mark.
Tell me that you were doing
Everybody, it's Mae West. Why don't you come up and see me at the North Hollywood Farmers Market?
every Sunday.
Every Sunday, where the VFA will be presenting its new collection, Film Buffs Archive.
VFA Classic.
VFA Classics. Penny Serenade. Cappy Ricks. The Affairs of Cappy Ricks. Cabinet of Dr. Calgary. Love Laughs at Andy Hardy. Gulliver's Travels. Father's Little Divided.
Dividend.
All produced by Greg Turkington with commentary by Greg Turkington. Get all 6 available.
All 6 available now.
All 6 available now.
Hundreds more.
VFA at the Sunday Farmers Club.
Market.
Film collection.
This is the complete collection now. So we have the rights to release all these now, and so we're trying to. Yeah. So these 6 titles we've licensed out now, and now we produce these tapes for sale.
So how many people still buy videotapes?
Most movie buffs
Oh,
still buy
movie
video
buffs,
tapes.
yeah.
You can't get these titles on DVD.
Okay, well,
Sometimes you can see them on TV, but this way you can watch them whenever you want.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. We used to have videotapes as well.
Abraham Lincoln from D.W. Griffith is the next title to be released. Right now there's 6 so far, and hopefully by the end of this we'll have hundreds. And we also do consulting to help people build their own film library.
Yeah.
Sort of giving you information where you can get these tapes and recommending the tapes that would be most suitable for your schedule or for your interests.
have a coding system too, so that when you do have the collection built up, that you can access the tapes more easily.
I get it.
Titles coming soon.
Hundreds more titles coming soon to the VFA. Master, the weather disruption device has been more divisive and destructive than we ever could imagine.
Yes, we're hitting America when it really hurts. The hard land, that is.
But I don't understand. Why corn, Master Dragon? Dracula.
You fool! If we bring the American corn industry to its knees, it will give the Chinese the upper hand when it comes to crops and trade. And then President Jason Davidson will have no choice but to join the Federation of United Allied Nations, FUN, which I alone will control.
83.3% of all the corn has been eliminated, my little chickadee.
No improv. Stick to the script.
Hello, I'm W.C. Fields, and welcome to Mark's Cavalcade of Stars. Hello, I'm W.C. Fields, and welcome to Mark's Cavalcade of Characters. Let's meet some of today's rising stars. So tell me, what's your name, sir?
Greetings, Earthling. I am C-3PO from Star Wars.
Now, are you from the past or are you from the future?
I am from a long, long time ago. The galaxy was far away from here.
Did you ever have a sidekick?
Oh, I had a funny sidekick named R2-D2.
Now, what kind of robot are you?
I am C-3PO.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now, all the fans know what WC stands for. What does the C for C-3PO stand for?
Computer Processing 3. I've been in all of the Star Wars movies. They were done long after you passed away in 1946. I'm also a fan of yours. I've seen all of your blockbuster movies. It's a gift. The bank deck. You can't cheat an honest man. You also worked a lot, on one film, with Mae West, whose famous line was, "Come up and see me sometime."
Oh, yeah, that was a good one, yeah.
Well, I must be going back to the Millennium Falcon to be with my friend Han Solo and John Williams and Luke Skywalker.
Hi, WC. I'm the mayor of the Grump Munchkins.
Where are you from?
I live in the land of Oz.
Tell me, little one, are you a boy or a man?
I'm a little boy. Portrayed by a man, I'm Jerry Marin, who was the longest living Munchkin. He died in 2018 at the age of 98.
May I have a lick from your lollipop?
You want some? Thank you.
Yummy! Godfrey Daniels, that's delicious.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about where you come from.
I live in the land of Oz. Say, what can you tell me about the wonderful world of Oz? The world of Oz is from the books, and it's with Dorothy and the lion and the metal man and the wicked witches. How about you sing us a tune, little boy? Sure. We are the guys from the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild. We are the guys from the Lollipop Gang. All right, little boy, you best move along.
I love you, W.C. Fields.
So, spiky-haired one, what's your name?
That's basically it.
Hi, I'm Alfalfa. Played by Carl Switzer. Alfalfa, isn't that new food for a horse? Now tell me, Alfalfa, what is the name of your
We're the
group?
R Gang, or the Little Rascals.
So, tell me, did you live a long and happy life?
You too. I got into some legal trouble. In 1958, I cut down 15 pine trees in Sequoia National Park illegally and tried to sell them for Christmas trees. And then I lost a dog that I was training, and I had to find him. And then I got angry at the owner who didn't reimburse me the money when I found the dog, and then he shot me. And I died at 31.
Now, please enjoy this video of my favorite superhero, Spider-Man. Yeah. Look at him shooting those webs. You can see him live on Hollywood Boulevard, most days between 3 and 7. Come get a photograph with the real Spider-Man of Hollywood Boulevard, my little chickadee Spider-Man. A real Spider-Man, except no substitutes. That's the real Spider-Man of Hollywood Boulevard, and he does accept tips. So, because it's time out of his day too. Thanks for watching, and thank you to all my guests, and for watching Mark's Cavalcade of Characters. I'm Mark Proksch. Later, so long, chickadees. Now I need the audio for this first. And I'll be honest, I don't know what the hell he was doing with all this green, because I needed the Wizard of Oz set behind it.